This is the wickedness of men. This young girl has been possessed by a negative spirit. When this thing happened, her mother was calling her, but everything about her has changed. She refused to answer her mother. See what she did to her mother. She slapped the mother, and that was the beginning of her mother's problem. The mother became blind instantly. Follow me, let's watch this story. This is the part 1 of the story titled My Blind Mother and My Landlord. This is why you must watch your children closely, especially in prayers, because if they cannot get you, they will go through your children. Who was behind all this evil? Let us see. It was their landlord. Look at him. After succeeding in making the woman blind by using her daughter, he came out of the daughter and walked away. Now, this was how it all started. There was a day the woman confronted the landlord for what he did. She really told the landlord her mind and pleaded with him to leave her and her family alone. The landlord accepted. Then the woman left, but the landlord promised himself to deal with the woman. After trying to deal with the woman, but he could not, then he decided to go through her daughter by using his own son. He bought a biscuit and gave it to his own son to go and give to the woman's daughter to eat. His plan was to charm or to bewitch the girl with some negative powers so that he could manipulate the girl against her mother. The boy went to the girl with the biscuit as a free gift. She collected. The boy still took it back from her to open it for her to make sure that she ate the biscuit. But God was so kind. The girl's mother came in immediately and started questioning the boy who gave them the biscuit and why giving it to her daughter. The boy was so corny and trickish with his answers, just like his father, the landlord. The woman chased him away with the biscuit and faced her daughter. She scolded her well and warned her not to collect any gift again from the boy and the landlord at any time. That was how it all started. Now the woman became blind after the slap from her daughter. She started walking with walking stick. The landlord did not only use the daughter to make her mother blind, but he also turned the mind of the girl against her mother. The girl hated her mother to the point that she was happy for her blindness. She would sit by her side looking at her with no regret or pity, even when she saw her crying. The devil himself is here. He came to observe to see if his wickedness was still in progress. The woman noticed someone's presence, but he kept silent, not to let her know that he was the one around. To make sure that the girl remained under his control, he gave her more biscuits to eat. She collected the biscuit from him and started eating. This is where tears nearly dropped from my eyes. The suffering that came upon this woman was too much. Now I want to ask, does it mean that God doesn't answer prayers anymore? And the answer is no, God answers prayers. Now this is the secret. There is a great difference between the voice of your tears and the spoken word. Many children of God has been crying in their situation and blame God for not seeing their tears. Why that negative situation has been waiting for a word from you in order to disappear, but they have been so blind to see the need for them to rise up and speak. Just look at this woman wallowing in pains. Let us see if she will get up or remain there crying. When she came into the compound, her daughter saw her and had pity on her for the first time. She stood up to go and help her, but the landlord's son held her hand and pulled her back to come and sit down. She returned back and sat down. The small boy started talking to her, telling her negative things about her mother. It was obvious that the boy has the same negative influence like his father. He told her that her mother deserved what happened to her and nobody should help her. He told her to start seeing her mother as a wicked woman. He spoke into the girl's heart and she believed him. This was an evil projected dream. In the dream, the mother was trying to throw the girl into a pit. She woke up from that dream, which was a negative plan to completely separate her from her mother. Let us see what will happen now. She ran away from her mother and nobody saw her again. The landlord who projected that dream came out to mock the blind woman. Now I want you to listen as I repeat. No amount of tears can change any situation. Situations are answerable to bold confrontation. If evil people can declare a word with boldness, with faith in them that they have gone beyond ordinary, and negative things will start happening. You do not need to be ordinary in order to confront them. You need to come out of your comfort zone and speak. Speak. For ye are gods, and all of us are children of the Most High, and the greater things, greater work than this shall we do. I have a lot of things to say, but please share this video and follow this page so that you will not miss the conclusion of this video. This is a blind woman under attack of the enemy. She was being oppressed by a wizard. How did this come upon her? Let's find out. This is a part 2 and the conclusion of the story, titled My Blind Mother and My Landlord. Remember, in the part 1 of this story, her daughter slapped her and she became blind. Her daughter was bewitched after eating biscuits given to her by their landlord. After that, she turned against her mother. Now the story continues. She woke up from that attack and was so tired. If you have heard stories, you will know that witchcraft attack happens majorly at night, but this one happened to her during the daytime. She was blind and alone, without any help. Each time after attacking her, he would come out to peep to see if his operation was working fine. The blind woman remembered to seek the help of God through holy water, but the problem became worse. Let me take you through this story so that you will see how far these wicked men can go to achieve their aim. After sprinkling the holy water, she went inside. Watch and see what the holy water did to this wicked man called the landlord. That encounter with the holy water, the landlord decided to monitor the woman to know what she did that affected him. Then he saw her with the holy water. He nodded his head and said that he must change his plans. After that, he left. This wicked man has refused to rest or let the woman rest. He brought another water in a similar container as the holy water and gave it to his son to go and change it with the holy water. The boy went on his assignment and the father left. Just look at him, like father, like son. When he left, the blind woman felt that someone came around and she started asking, but there was no answer. She made haste to grab her holy water, but unknowingly to her that evil has been done to her. She held the water as if her life depended on it. The boy went out on the road to throw the water away as the father instructed him. Look at the woman sprinkling the fake water, thinking she was still with the holy water. I want you to see what this wizard, the landlord, did to her in this hot afternoon as she was sleeping. Look at that. At this time, this man wanted to strangle her to death. She woke up and rushed to grab her water to sprinkle as usual, wondering why the holy water did not work for her like before. She was sprinkling the water, but she was entertaining fear because of what happened. Look at him. He would always come out to check if his evil worked for him. He peeped and was happy that his attack worked as expected by him. Remember, the word of God said that there is time for everything, a time to live and a time to die. And there is this popular saying that change is constant, meaning that no situation lasts forever. The landlord came around and she noticed that it was the landlord, and she started asking him to tell her what she did to him to deserve this wickedness from him. The landlord was busy admiring the woman. After admiring her, he left. Within a short time, the landlord returned to her again. She was surprised to have the landlord seated on her mat. This is one of the things that has taken mighty men down in life. The landlord started asking the woman for friendship. He told her outrightly to accept him as a lover and all her problems will be over. The woman was mad to hear that and she attacked him immediately. The landlord ran away and she started lamenting and cursing the landlord. The woman became really tired of her condition, that she was thinking about what the landlord told her about relationship. She has decided to accept the landlord because that would be the only way for her to be healed or be free from her condition. She concluded that she will accept his offer. She went out and prepared herself well in prayers, and she got a mantle from her man of God. She anchored her faith in what God can do through the mantle. After making declaration, she put the mantle on her neck, hanging in front of her. After that, she started calling the landlord to come over, that she has a good news for him concerning his request. The landlord came out and she asked him to sit down. The landlord sat down and was surprised the way she was holding his hand and told him that she has accepted his offer to become his lover. The landlord was happy and started making promises to her to restore her sight immediately. Without wasting much time, the landlord rushed to give her a hug, but unknowingly to him that he was about to hug a divine electrical transformer. Now see what happened to the landlord. The woman's sight was restored at the same time. The following day, we saw the landlord behaving like an animal in his compound. His senses has left him. To crown it all, because God's blessing doesn't come in half, the woman did not only regain her sight, her daughter returned home after being manipulated by the landlord to run away from home for a long time. Listen, no matter the situation you find yourself, I want you to always do one thing. Sit at the right hand of God until He makes your enemies your footstool, because those that dwell in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Please do me a favor. Help me to share this video right now to deliver someone today, and follow this page for more interesting videos. And don't forget, this is House of the Sons Global. Bye for now.
House of the Sons Global, where we can physically bring all your problems, your faith.